Hi, my name is Wilman Ziada, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film, and also proud FENIX Global Artist Ambassador. Today, I am thrilled to be speaking with the acclaimed producer and DJ, Mr. Eric SHANS. For more on Eric, you can read more about him right below this video, but in the meantime, here is a sneak peek at the incredible talent of Eric. Well, hello, Eric. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. And I'm so excited that the audience got a little sneak peek of your incredible talent with your song, Feel Alive.
Thank you.
Eric, I want to know, where were you born and when did you realize that you had a gift for music?
So I was born in New Jersey, about a half hour from Manhattan. In
Where?
Union Township.
I used to live in West New York.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's kind of close, right?
Yeah, it's about like a half hour, I would say.
Everything's a half hour on the tri-state.
Yeah, right. Unless you're in South Jersey, it's
yeah, right.
a lot farther.
Keep going.
Yeah. But yeah, I was born there and I've been living in Brooklyn for about 15 years. And yeah, a lot of the stuff I did when I was younger, I would just like mess around with Casio keyboards. You know, I'm dating myself, but you know, just always into electronic music, always was fascinated by the sounds and the rhythms and the patterns. And eventually when I got into like my, you know, early 20s or so, I started making my own stuff, just messing around. And then I got more serious with it as I got older and just started making a lot of music and under different projects. And yeah, just I've been doing it ever since.
That's amazing, Eric. And what I also love about you in my research of you these past few weeks is that you really love all genres. You have a love of everything. And then not only all genres, but through your lens and your filter, you get to almost fuse a lot of these genres. Talk to me a little bit about that process for you in terms of taking inspiration from multiple genres to make it work through your lens.
Yeah, so I've always been into lots of different music. A lot of it's been electronic based. With like a lot of 80s music and new wave and synth heavy stuff. But I've always really tried to keep it varied and listen to lots of like indie rock and indie pop and some straight, you know, rock music, especially from the 80s. That was sort of my era of, you know, and still have a great affection for it. But yeah, I think music is really a universal language. And I think that pigeonholing yourself into one genre, whether that be listening to it or creating it, limits you. There's so many different types of music out there that is with like tons of talented people, obviously doing every type of different music out there. And I think exposing yourself what you like and what is and what really fits a sound that you identify with really can broaden your horizons a lot. And from a creative standpoint and from a spectator standpoint, you can really get exposed to a lot of different stuff. And I think that really is important to grow as a musician and to grow as an artist.
Absolutely. Well, what I also love about you, Eric, is that at the same time of you being a musician and a creator, you're also a big fan of music.
Yes,
And
I am.
and you can see that through your music. When I think of Eric, I think of like you're not in the room, so I'm going to speak about you like you're not here. When I think of Eric, based upon my few weeks of getting to know you through your music, I almost can close my eyes and I look at it more of like an experience. Have you ever been told that? Is that what you're going for? Because with you, you have, it's not a specific vibe, but it's a vibe. It's an experience. It's an emotional journey going and using your words. It's a universal language, not only called music, but called emotion that you give off.
Yeah, I think music that tells a story and has a bit of a soundtrackish quality has always been something I've been attracted to. It doesn't always have to have that. A lot of music is just pure fun and escapism, and that's great too. I think it should serve different purposes as well. And with the stuff that I do, I like to create stuff that's a bit unique, but has a certain identifier as well. And I like songs and tracks that tell a bit of a story and that are not just sort of static. I like stuff that really kind of moves you in a way, whether that be emotionally or whether it's on the dance floor or both. I think it's really just fun to create those experiences for people, and people that actually listen to it and feel that way, you really feel like you connected with them. Some people, it's not their thing, and that's completely fine. But that's what I always try to do. I've always been influenced by films, life experiences, and I think just taking that, absorbing it, and then infusing that into music has always been the way I've gone about things.
It's beautiful. Well, listen, this has been a tough 18 months for everyone, humans,
Yes.
artists alike,
Yes.
to say the least. Curious what you're most looking forward to. I know you have a few projects you're working on. Can you give us a little, I don't know, insider's look on what people can expect and when?
Yes. So we have a new album under one of my projects called Fermion that comes out on Friday, October 22nd. It's actually going to be on CD, which has been a long time since I've done anything on CD. So we're really psyched about that. I did all the artwork, which has always also been a fun thing to do for me because I like to interpret music visually. And I also run a few record labels. I do all the artwork for them. And that's always been fun too. Like hearing tracks, how would this look, instead of hearing it and then translating that to a visual pattern, how would that look? And that's always been really fun. So that said, that comes out in a few weeks. It's got a bit of a dark, rugged sound to it, with a lot of 80s influence, but also a lot of like industrial, and then stuff like Depeche Mode and New Order, and we even did an Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark cover on it, which is really fun. And some of those singles are out, but the full length comes out on that Friday. And I have a remix coming out this Friday on Beatport, and then it comes out to the rest of the world in a couple of weeks. And then I put out an EP last month. So, if anything, the pandemic has really taught me to just keep creating, and that's sort of how a lot of artists deal with the world. And when it's really challenging, just make art. So
I can just put it better myself, and well, thank God you're creating art, because I've done about 400 of these with people all over the world, and I've never met an artist quite like you. You are definitely.
Oh, thank you.
No, well, literally, I mean, truly, you're a first-rate version of yourself. You're attacking your art unapologetically. You're not going to allow a world that sometimes likes to put us artists into one little genre because it's easily digestible for them. And at the end of the day, Eric, I love what you said a few times, and I could not keep thinking, I couldn't not think about it over and over again, is that in addition to everything that you do, at the end of the day, you're a storyteller who just wants to move people. And, and you're doing it, my friend. And you don't need little old Will to tell you that. But I want to let everyone know, for more on the incredible Eric, you can read more about him right below this video. Eric, thank you so much. And it's so nice to meet you.
Thank you. It's awesome to talk to you and tell a little bit of my story.